Hi, hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Law Entrance YouTube channel. We are back with another Hindu and Indian Express analysis. Today is 27th of August and we are ready to begin. How many of you are here with me? Quickly give me a response in the chat box. Jaldi se. And then we shall start. Response in the chat box very quickly. Okay. Parv is here, Ruhi is here, Divyansh is here, Ridhi is here, Tanvi is here, Mannat is here, Achyut is here, Gauravi is here, Sarvesh is here, and Alia is here. Sonal is also here. Okay, Krishank. Okay. Good afternoon to all of you. Very good afternoon to all of you. Raj Nandini is here, Adrija is here. Beautiful. Devika is also here. Chalo. Aj, we also have some new names and we also have the veterans, some old veterans who are coming back. So good to see all of you. Good to see. Good afternoon, everyone. नेतृत्वा शार्वे कैसी चल रही है आप लोगों की तैयारी मिशिका गुड आफ्टरनून how's preparation going on a scale of 0 to 10? Let's quickly do a self check in, a self introspection, a quick, let's say, analysis of where do we stand. How is GK prep going on a scale of 0 to 10? Quickly, tell me in the chat box, everyone. Yes, today is the day of quiz. Absolutely correct, Tanvi. Good afternoon, Kashish. Manat is saying 4, Ruhi 8, Netrito 5, Mishika 6, Sarvesh is saying 5, Achyut 7, Divyansh 8, Kashish 7, Riddhi saying 8.5. Okay. So, what is bothering all of you? Ki you are stuck with 4, 5, 6, 7. Why are you not 8 and above at this particular stage? Is it backlog? Is it you finding it difficult to cover the breadth of the content, the length of the content? Is it you forgetting it? Is it the revision which is not happening frequently? Is it that scores in mock are not reflecting well with respect to your preparation? What is it? Parve saying GK 8 overall 6. Okay. Abhi we are talking just of GK. Overall की भी बात करेंगे. Manat is saying 6 because it's just my second class today. कोई बात नहीं. 6 से 10 तक ले जाएंगे आपको. Just keep attending the classes. Tanvi is saying 7.9. Okay. That is some precision. Raj Nandini is saying GK going good. Little behind on quant. Mishika is saying feeling that doing well in GK, covering important things. Mock my topics I have no clue about. And I feel demotivated. You should feel motivated कि जो आपसे मिस हो गया वो मॉक के थ्रू कवर हो गया. So it's a win-win situation, right? You got to know something new. So don't get demotivated with mocks. Mocks are just to accentuate your preparation, to improve your preparation. Okay, we have enough people to start our class for the day. So we'll have a discussion after the class. Let's start today's class. If you all are ready, quickly give me a ready in the chat box and then we shall start today's class. A ready in the chat box very quickly by all of you and then we shall start. It's 27th of August. It's a lovely afternoon. It's 3:05 p.m. and I'm your host Govind Singh, your faculty for GK, LR, and English. For people who don't know me, I just introduced myself. Okay, chalo. Everyone is ready? क्या बात है? Good afternoon, Nile. Okay, so today we will be doing three topics. We'll also have a quick glance over the newspaper. Indian Express or Hindu, we can decide it by voting, whichever you guys want. And then we are going to have our special Menti quiz today. So it's a short quiz, but it's a fun quiz. It has current affairs, it has static GK, it has polity based questions. I would say easy to moderate is the level of difficulty today. Some easy questions, some moderate questions. And yeah, just 15 questions after we cover our three topics, and then, of course, our vocabulary for the day. Interesting words and vocabulary as well today. So make sure you stay till the last. Okay, that being said, let's start without any further ado. So सबसे पहले बात कर लेते हैं यूनिफाइड पेंशन सिस्टम की. So यूनिफाइड पेंशन सिस्टम has received the cabinet approval. So the cabinet has approved the unified pension system for whom? For central government employees. And this would be implemented from which date? Tell me in the chat box. UPS would come into effect from which date? I need the date. Jaldi se, in the chat box. We'll discuss everything about the UPS, its background, its context, how is it different from the existing system, why was it required, what are the potential things which have been covered or the loopholes which have been closed, what was the old pension scheme, what was the new pension scheme. We'll talk all about that. Okay, let me look at the responses. All editorials were about women's safety in the Hindu. Yes, that's correct. More or less. That is the issue which is in the news in the in the previous few days. So Hindu में ऐसे ही रहता है. They just pick a topic and they just bore you to death with articles on the same topic. But ठीक है. Anyway, 1st April 2025 is the correct answer. आलिया ने मुझे दिया सबसे पहले आंसर. Absolutely correct. Good answer. The next financial year, absolutely correct. चलो, तो बात कर लेते हैं यूनिफाइड पेंशन सिस्टम की, यूनिफाइड पेंशन स्कीम की. Now this has or this would probably be replacing the NPS, but अभी government ने choice दी है कि you can opt for the NPS or you can also opt for the UPS. You have the choice, but if you make a choice once, you will have to stick with your choice. Okay, so you cannot change your choice every year or things like that. So you have to choose any one, either the new pension scheme or the unified pension scheme. ठीक है. Old pension scheme was discontinued in which year? Do you guys know when did new pension scheme come into effect, and when was the old pension scheme discontinued? Any guesses? Any people who have read up on this topic in detail? No guesses? So it was 2004. It was the year 2004. ठीक है, जब न्यू पेंशन स्कीम वाज brought into picture. And क्यों आई थी न्यू पेंशन स्कीम? Let's understand a bit of historical context before we understand why it was problematic and why we required the UPS. Okay, so 2004 में under the government of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was our prime minister back then, the new pension scheme was introduced and the old pension scheme was done away with or scrapped off or removed. Now, when you talk about the new pension scheme, I think many of you might be aware that the new pension scheme is linked to the market. Which market? Obviously, the Indian stock market and the other global markets as well. So, इसमें होता क्या है? Employees, central government employees, they contribute a percentage of their salary or of their payment of their income to this fund, to the new pension scheme, and the government contributes an equal amount. So for example, if you contribute, let's say 2000 rupees per month, the government will also put 2000 rupees every month. So this becomes 4000 rupees every month. Now what happens to this 4000 rupees? This 4000 rupees goes into a fund or a corpus which is managed by fund managers. Who are fund managers? Now these are experts in the field of finance, in the field of stock markets, who use this fund, this corpus, which is a huge corpus because a lot of central government employees, they use this corpus to deploy it into various financial instruments. Now these could be the Indian stock market, these could be mutual funds, these could be equities, these could be debt funds, these could be the US stock market, this could be the forex market, this could be the crypto market. Of the crypto में तो नहीं डालेंगे, it's quite a risky instrument, but you get the gist, right? So different financial instruments में these fund managers allocate these resources, and then when you get a return, you are proportionately given this pension when you retire. ठीक है, तो अब यूपीएस की हमें जरूरत क्यों पड़ी? Why was UPS required? Because people were not happy with this system of linking the pension with the market fluctuations, with the uncertainties of the market, with the vagaries of the market, right? Because if market crashes, then your returns diminish by a significant extent. Now अभी तो bull run चल रहा है, especially when you talk about the Indian stock market. There's a significant bull run. What's a bull run? You guys know what's a bull run? I'm hoping you guys know this word. The bull run essentially means that the market is just constantly rising, growing, and increasing, right? The shares are running, everything is going green, everything is rising. So that's called a bull run. But markets often see a bearish pattern as well, a bearish move as well. Bearish is markets going down. Sometimes markets crash also. Can you guys tell me about any stock market crash which you are aware about in the chat box? जल्दी से मैं चैट बॉक्स में बताओ, इफ यू गाइस नो अबाउट एनी स्टॉक मार्केट क्रैश जो आपने सुना हो कभी, इंडिया का या बाहर का, any of them work. But the point I'm trying to explain here is that people were not happy that, okay, we served the country as a government employee for, let's say, 30, 40 years, and then our pension, or which on which our livelihood depends after we retire, is linked to an uncertain sort of outcome. ठीक है, तो इस पे काफी सारा प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा था, बिकॉज ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम में क्या होता था, ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम में यू यूज टू गेट fixed amount which was given by the government. Okay, so one advantage was that you did not have to pay anything out of your salary or out of your income. Government used to pay everything. And the second thing was there was no market uncertainty because there was a fixed assured amount. Okay, assured is a keyword here. Fixed assured amount which was given under the old pension scheme. So government paid everything and government paid an assured amount till 2004. Let me look at some chat box responses. 1992 Harshad Mehta crash, correct. 2008 2009 depression, great depression कह लो या financial crisis कह लो 2008 का. Adani crash को I won't essentially classify it as a crash. That was not a crash. Crash is markets falling by at least 30-40%. That is a crash. 1929 Great Depression, correct. But in recent times, yes, COVID was a major crash. Absolutely correct. COVID was there. Then you also had your dot-com bubble crash. Many of you must have heard in the 1999 and to early 2000 there was a dot-com bubble crash. ठीक है. बाकी काफी सारे इस तरीके के अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते रहते हैं स्टॉक मार्केट्स में. यस, लेमन ब्रदर्स क्रैश वाज देयर. एब्सोल्युटली good responses. You guys are aware. I like that. So coming back to the topic, what I was saying is the old pension scheme had a fixed assured amount and all of it was paid by the government. Now one might wonder ki, if everything was good, if you were getting a fixed assured amount and if everything was being paid by the government, then why would the government move to a different new pension scheme in 2004? Can you guys guess the reason? Think about it. Guess the reason. Why did we move from the old pension scheme to the new pension scheme in the year 2004? What do you think would have been the reason? And we saying budget is more. Okay. What else? To get profit. Okay. What else could be the reason? Why shift from OPS to NPS? NPS mein there is no assured pension also. The fund also has to be given by the employees, like the 50% contribution. To address concerns of government employees. But why would the government employees be concerned if they're getting a fixed assured sum, that too completely paid by the government? Yes, Parv got the reason. This is the exact thing I was trying to emphasize. It was a huge burden on the government. Can you imagine the amount of financial burden it would put on the government to pay pension of so many central government employees, and they keep on increasing, keep on piling up, are managing to ensure proper utilization of budget and to lower the fiscal deficit. Correct. Government did not have funds. Government was running out of funds. So to give you context, to give you some reference of numbers, when you compare of the data in 1990, 91, say when you compare to 2000 2001 तक का डेटा अगर आप कंपेयर करो, तो the amount which was, let's say, X amount was being spent on pensions, this amount became 58x for the central government, and it became 125x for the state governments. So if the government was spending, let's say, 1,000 rupees on pensions every year, the government had to spend 58,000 rupees after 10 years on pensions. And here the multiple was 125x. So you can understand the amount of fiscal burden, the amount of financial burden this was putting on the government. We did not have a corpus fund to sustain these pensions. We did not have any separate fund to sustain these pensions. This was going out of the government pockets. So we had no choice but to move towards the new pension scheme, where the government incentivizes employees to save a certain amount, and the government chips in half the amount, and then you use the advantages of a growing economy and the growing market in order to get sustainable returns, right? And even if you look at it historically, like the rationale which would have been when they implemented the new pension scheme was that historically, the Indian stock markets, if we just talk of the Indian stock markets have given a positive return, a decently positive return over a long span of time. So the rationale was, if the money is invested even for a span of like 30-40 years, when the person retires after 30-40 years, he would definitely be in positive, because even if some market crashes come, they would be neutralized by the gains in 30-40 years. So when you statistically look at the data of Nifty, Nifty is, by the way, the top 50 stocks. Nifty 50 if I talk of, Nifty 500 भी होता है, Nifty 100 भी होता है. So Nifty 50 is the top 50 stocks in the Indian stock market based on their market cap. This keeps on changing. But coming back, if you look at historically of the Nifty data, then Nifty has given a positive return of approximately 15-16%. If you look at the CAGR, or if you look at the cumulative return of the past 50 odd years, right? So that was the rationale behind bringing the new pension scheme, but then it was facing a lot of backlash, lot of protest, for the reasons which I just told you about. People don't want to be dependent on the uncertainties of the market. So that is why UPS was brought into picture. UPS was formulated by which committee? Can you guys tell me the name of the committee? This committee was formed in 2023. Anyone who knows the name of this committee? How well prepared are you? Name of this committee. I'll wait for 5 seconds for responses. Okay. Tanvi saying TV Somnathan. Absolutely correct. TV Somnathan committee did a lot of deliberation on the UPS scheme. So कौन थे TVS Somanathan? ये finance secretary थे. He was the finance secretary of India. And he submitted this report on UPS, and now it's going to be applicable from 1st April 2025. So now we have all the historical context and all the overview and understanding of why UPS came into existence and what existed before the UPS. Now let's understand what is UPS offering and how is it a solution. So the UPS scheme has multiple things. Firstly, you're going back to fixed assured amount. Okay. Another thing which you are looking at is pension to family members of deceased. So if a person passes away, then their family members would start getting their pension, 60% of their pension, to be specific and accurate. 60% of their pension would be drawn by their family members, immediate family members. Okay. One is fixed assured payment. How much is this amount? Fixed assured amount. This is 50% of your last drawn basic pay, right? So government employees have a basic pay, then they have other perks and allowances which are added. You have DA, you have HRA, and all of those allowances which a government employee receives. So the basic pay which you draw in the last 12 months, uska 50% you would receive as your pension under UPS. So to give you a numerical example, if let's say you as a government servant retire at 60 years of age, and in the last 12 months, the average amount of basic pay which you were drawing was, let's say, 1 lakh rupees, then you would be receiving rupees 50,000 per month as your stipend. Got it? This is how the maths works. And if you unfortunately pass away and you no longer exist, then your family would get 60% of this amount, which was 30,000 rupees. So 30,000 would be given to your immediate family members per month. Okay. So this is one provision, 50% of basic pay. This is second provision, benefit to immediate family members. Third provision is you have inflation indexation benefit. Now, what is inflation indexation? Now, you might think that, okay, 50,000 rupees I'm getting. Before retirement, I was getting 1 lakh. Now I'm getting 50,000. But after 10 years, would these 50,000 have the same purchase capacity as it has when you are 60? So when you turn 70, would your 50,000 hold the same value? Yes or no? Tell me in the chat box. Yes or no? 50,000 per month ही अगर आपको मिलता रहे, even when you are 70 years old, would that be able to cover your expenses how it did when you were 60 years old? No, absolutely not. Because there is this demon called inflation, महंगाई. ठीक है, महंगाई तो बढ़ जाएगी 10 साल में, तो आपके 50,000 की वैल्यू कम हो जाएगी. 50,000 में पहले जितनी चीजें आती थी वो नहीं आ पाएंगी. सो उसके लिए देर इज इंडेक्सेशन. Indexation is your stipend, not stipend, your pension would be adjusted according to inflation, and it would be indexed as per the inflation. Which index you would be using to calculate inflation? You would be using the CPI inflation, consumer inflation, not the WPI. ठीक है, कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स. कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स भी काफी टाइप्स के होते हैं आपके. व्हाट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इज इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर्स वाला कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स would be used for this calculation. The consumer price index for industrial workers would be used for this indexation calculation. Okay, so this is the third thing which you need to remember about the UPS. The fourth thing which you need to remember is if you retire early, for example, you do not cover your entire period of service, like you don't retire at the retirement age of 60 or 65 or whatever is the retirement age for that service, you leave earlier, would you get any pension? The answer is yes. You would still be eligible for 10,000 rupees per month pension if you serve for at least 10 years. Okay. And for the entire pension thing, you would have to serve at least 25 years. So after 25 years, you become eligible for that 50% scheme, 50% of basic pay. And after 10 years, you become eligible for 10,000 per month. Now, this would also have the indexation benefit. This would also have the indexation benefit. So they would keep on adjusting it with the inflation. So after 10 years, 10,000 per month. After 25 years, 50% of basic pay. So that is another provision which UPS would have. So four things which we discussed: 50% of basic pay of the last 12 months average. Correct. Second thing was family members getting 60% of it if you pass away. Third was your indexation benefit. And fourth was if you retire early. These are the four things, essential things which you need to understand about the UPS. And this is how it solves the previous problems which were in the NPS. So this 50% is a fixed assured sum. You would get it no matter the market crashes, the market booms, you would get this 50% of basic pay assured by the government. Now, important thing to keep in mind is this is a central government initiative. This would be available for central government employees. The states have an option to either opt this UPS scheme or to devise their own method of calculating pension or disbursing pension. They can use the NPS, they can make their own method, or they can use the UPS scheme. So some states are still not satisfied with the UPS scheme, political reasons and multiple other reasons. But yes, this is all about your UPS. Okay. Some people also link it to upcoming elections in certain states, that it is a way to pacify or incentivize those voters जहाँ पे elections होने वाले, so उनको वो करने के लिए क्या कहते हैं attract करने के लिए UPS has been brought into picture. But that's one aspect. उसके जो actual aspects हैं वो सारे हमने discuss कर लिए. What are the ins and outs of UPS? I hope this is clear. I had to discuss this in detail because this was in today's Indian Express, yesterday's Indian Express, today's Hindu, not today's Hindu, yesterday's Hindu, and day before yesterday's Hindu. So both the newspapers covered this twice. So I thought, okay, maybe this is a important policy decision. Let's do it in detail. Okay, chalo. I hope this is clear. Let's talk about the second topic, which is Modi within discussion. So this was not a in-person meet. This was a telephonic conversation. But this is the first time they have had a discussion, one-on-one discussion after the Bangladesh crisis. So they talked about the crisis in Bangladesh and talked about how to protect the minorities. They talked about the Ukraine situation. PM Modi briefed him about his discussion with Zelensky in Kiev. So we recently discussed that he met the Ukrainian president in Kiev, right? So Modi and Biden had a talk. This becomes important from other geopolitics angles as well, which we have discussed multiple times. So we won't be going into the depths of it. You know all about COD, you all know about ICT, you all know what all we are doing with the US. So our diplomatic ties with US becomes important. US is supporting Ukraine in the war. We went to Russia, then we went to NATO countries, then we went to Ukraine. Now we had a bilateral telephonic call with US. So again, we are following the all aligned, multi aligned policy, whatever you may call it, to keep our relationships with US as well as Russia in place. So this was just a factual thing. There's not much to discuss about it here. Another thing which is mentioned in this article is they are also planning to host a Quad summit in September. Firstly, tell me who all are the members of the Quad. Quickly tell me which all four countries are the Quad members. Which four countries are Quad members? Quickly tell me in the chat box. Also, in today's newspaper, there's an article on the extradition of Sheikh Hasina. So, the BNP, which is the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, which is the party in control in Bangladesh as of now, which has ousted Sheikh Hasina, they are asking for an extradition of Sheikh Hasina from India to Bangladesh. They're saying that she is the perpetrator of crimes or violence or whatever to the Bangladeshi people, and we want to put her to justice. So send her to Bangladesh. उनको भेजो घर वापस, उनको asylum मत दो. तो देखते हैं how do we respond to that. But अभी के लिए you guys know that US has refused asylum to her. UK has refused asylum to her, but we are still giving her asylum. And there are talks of whether we should continue giving her asylum or we should just join hands and say thank you. हमारा हो गया, अब आप जाइए दूसरा ठिकाना ढूंढिए, हमारी फॉरेन पॉलिसी और डिप्लोमेसी खराब मत करिए हमारे देश में बैठ के. तो देखते हैं हाउ थिंग्स वर्क आउट. Quad members are Australia, India, US, and Japan. Absolutely correct. Now, I mentioned about Quad because when Mr. Modi was talking to Mr. Biden, they also had a phone call with the Australian PM. So, मैंने कहा चलो उनके भी हालचाल पूछ लेते हैं. कौन है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पीएम? एंथनी एल्बनीज. उनसे भी डिस्कशन हुआ कि भाई क्या हालचाल है, क्वाड की मीटिंग कर ली जाए नहीं कर ली जाए, बहुत टाइम हो गया, मिले जुले नहीं है हम. तो ये लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं कि क्वाड की मीटिंग सितंबर में कर लेते हैं. तो देखते हैं होती है कि नहीं सितंबर में. दिस इज व्हाट द आर्टिकल इज टेलिंग यू अबाउट. ओके, let's move on to our next topic of discussion, which is healthcare worker safety. Now, this is related to women's safety. This is also related to the safety of doctors, nurses, and all the support staff in a hospital or in a healthcare center, and the crimes which are committed against them. So this is all of this is in the backdrop of the Kolkata case, but is addressing the whole macro issue at large, which is the safety of health workers, which is at risk. There are multiple instances which keep on happening where you see doctors getting beaten up, nurses getting killed, support staff getting harassed by the patient's family because they are either anxious or angry at the doctor, or there's some case of medical negligence. I'm not saying it's always the patients who perpetrate things. Sometimes doctors also are at fault. There are multiple cases of medical negligence from nurses, from doctors. So there are both aspects to it. There are two sides of that coin. which you need to understand, that doctors also need to increase their accountability. They also need to increase their vigilance and their commitment towards the safety of patients, and also transparency with the patient's family. What happens in a lot of cases is doctors don't inform the families of the patients on time that what is the required treatment, or how soon is it required, or how expensive it is, or how is the patient actually doing, which causes discontentment in the patient's families. And then sometimes it turns into rage, and those families or people from that family attack the doctor or the nurse or anyone from the hospital. So this is what this article is addressing. Let's look at the article in the newspaper. What are they trying to say? Okay. There are two articles on this topic. You can read both of them. The first one is this, Rethinking Violence in Healthcare, written by five people from Association for Socially Applicable Research. Then you have this article in the editorial section, Crime, Health Worker Safety, and a Self-Examination. Now they're saying the year 2017 saw heated protest by resident doctors of Maharashtra. Abhi things are going on in West Bengal and Kolkata. So abhi Kolkata wale case ke baad what happened, that Supreme Court, all of you must be aware that Supreme Court took suo moto cognizance. It took cognizance of the case by itself, and they have asked for a task force, a special task force to be formed for the protection of healthcare workers. See, it's written here. However, emerging answers to the issue continue. On the proceedings of August 20, court decreed the constitution of a national task force to work out measures to strengthen hospital safety, improved infrastructure and closed circuit television surveillance, which is basically CCTVs, a greater security presence at hospitals, and safe night transport are reportedly some areas that will receive attention. So West Bengal ने एक initiative start किया, West Bengal government ने, जिसे कहते हैं Ratirer Sathi, which is night companion. So this is in Bengali, which translates to night companion program, aimed at improving the safety of women who work at night, who travel at night in night shifts, especially women in medical colleges and hospitals, right? So they are saying such initiatives are critical. They conflate this issue with the archetypal health worker violence, which is initiated by disgruntled patients due to perceived poor healthcare services or women's safety at large. What lurks underneath is much more insidious. Insidious means evil. Problem of corruption of criminal proportions. Conventional answers to health workers' violence, such as improving hospital security, newer legislations, have miserably failed in tackling the problems. तो ये जो हॉस्पिटल सिक्योरिटी वाले मेजर्स हैं, रेगुलेशन टाइट करने वाले मेजर्स हैं, ये काम नहीं करें. These include reasons such as underfunding, which are no different than why our healthcare system continues to be frail. Frail means weak in general, but the extent to which corruption contributes to the overall loss of lives has been vastly underappreciated. तो आगे चल के ये भी बताते हैं कि जितना अमाउंट गोज टू करप्शन इन द वर्ल्ड एवरी ईयर, विच इज $455 billion एनुअली, अगर उतना खर्चा हेल्थ केयर पे होने लगे तो पूरे दुनिया का यूनिवर्सल हेल्थ केयर सॉर्ट हो जाएगा. Everyone would get universal healthcare if the amount which goes to corruption, which goes down the drain, is utilized for healthcare services. See, the WHO estimates that corruption claims nearly this amount, and it's more than what it would cost to extend universal health coverage to all. In a good part of developing world, corruption rather than a lack of funds is what majorly contributes to healthcare crisis. So there are a lot of government schemes which are launched every year, launched every decade, launched by every government, which are about helping patients, giving them financial assistance. But again, corruption and bureaucracy में चीजें trickle down हो ही नहीं पाती. The patients or the let's say marginalized people who are supposed to get the benefit of those initiatives are not able to utilize those funds. The steps that are needed, National Task Force has a job that is arguably more monumental than simply recommending safety measures, which is a device to a potent roadmap to prevent and arrest medical corruption, especially in the public sector. Now, public sector की बात यहाँ पे ज़्यादा इसलिए होती है because a lot of population in India cannot afford private healthcare, which is very expensive, and out-of-pocket expenses you have to do. We have discussed all of this in previous analysis sessions. So government public infrastructure जो है, healthcare infrastructure, you need to improve a lot. They're saying that it requires expert inputs from public health, medical, legal, and other allied competencies, beside meriting the participation and sanctioning of larger governing and administrative community. strategies which look beyond instituting yet another novel legislative tool. So they're saying just stop creating new legislations, new regulations, new laws, not laws, new laws, and start working on execution. Start working on reducing the corruption. Start working on implementing what is in existence. Apart from reform centering on administrative transparency, which is doctors being transparent with patients, accountability and oversight, effective whistleblower reporting and digitization of public management system is crucial. Now, what is whistleblower reporting? Whistleblower is if, let's say, in an organization or in this case a hospital, employee, a nurse, let's say, notices that a doctor is engaged in corrupt practices, and he or she goes on to a senior official and reports the doctor. A high likelihood exists that that nurse would be identified and targeted, and then her career would be ruined. So, a whistleblower policy protects people who bring out these issues to light. They blow the whistle, they create an alert that, okay, look, this is something which is problematic. So, that is whistleblower. And of course, digitization is important. The more the digitization, more the transparency of your public management system. And lastly, they say much also remains to be done in the way of modernizing the typical control and command Indian public hospital, which remains steeped in anachronistic ways. While efficiency reasons for such a modernization abound, their pressing moral and regulatory bases have glaringly presented today and can no longer be overlooked. So basically, efficiency improve karo is what they're trying to say in fancy words. And this is what the article talks about. Okay, I hope this is pretty clear. Hmm. Let's come back to our presentation. So let's quickly do the vocab of the day and then we shall start our Menti quiz. So the first word of the day is gadabout. Gadabout means to move about from one place to another place aimlessly. Synonyms are roam, wander, nomad. Antonyms are homebody, and inhabitant. So a person who stays in his home is a homebody. The person who keeps roaming from one place here and there, हिंदी में जिसको आप आवारा कहते हो, is gadabout in English. ठीक है? He was a thoughtful gadabout, always picking up gifts for his friends from wherever his travels took him. यही होगा. ठीक है, तो दिस इज क्वाइट एन ऑक्सीमोरॉन इन इटसेल्फ. थॉटफुल गैड अबाउट, ठीक है, सोच के आवारागर्दी करना. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द वर्ड गैड अबाउट. नाउ यू नो व्हाट इज द इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन टू आवारा. ओके, नाउ दिस इज एन इंटरेस्टिंग वर्ड, टफ टू प्रोनाउंस. It's called chochke. ठीक है, it's not that this t as well as this t, both of these t's are silent. So chochk is the pronunciation of this particular word, and this simply means a decorative object. Okay, a small object displayed for its attractiveness or interest, a souvenir, a knick-knack, an ornament, a trinket. Her shelves were cluttered with chochkes from a lifetime of vacations. Okay, girls usually have penchant, a desire to collect tchotchkes more than boys. But yeah, third word for the day is Jeremiad. Now, Jeremiad means a long, angry speech or scolding. He gave a Jeremiad against the political apathy shown by so many young people. Synonyms are criticism, rant, दोबारा आ गया criticism. Okay. Antonyms are eulogy. Eulogy is तारीफ करना, tribute, and praise. Okay, so one word is Jeremiad, second word is Chochke, and the third word is gadabout. Interesting words today. All right, so that brings us to the end of the Hindu analysis and the end of our vocab express. And it's time for the much awaited Menti quiz. So, people who are new to the stream, we have this Menti quiz approximately once or twice a week, mostly twice a week. And how do we do this? We go to a website called menti.com and we put in this numerical code, which is 22409758. That would bring you to the quiz, which would be an MCQ quiz. And you would have to give the correct answer as soon as possible out of the four options. Okay, so I'll give you 30 seconds. Go to Menti, quickly register with this numerical code, put in your names, put in your real names, no fancy names, no cheap tapak dum dum. Okay? Put in your names and then we shall start in 30 seconds. Till then, I'll share my screen and we'll share the Menti screen. Okay. Yeah, you could say vagabond could be a synonym of gadabout. I'll drop the code of the quiz in the chat box as well. 22409758. So the code is in your chat box. I'll present the quiz window. Okay. I hope it's visible to everyone, and I hope you all have joined the quiz. Why is the weatherman there? Because मुझे अच्छा लग रहा था ये जिफ. मेरी मर्जी, मेरी क्विज, मैं क्विज मास्टर, मेरी मर्जी. मैं वेदर मैन लगाऊं, वेदर वुमेन लगाऊं, वेदर लेडी लगाऊं, वेदर आंटी लगाऊं. इट्स माय कॉल. ओके, चलो. इफ एवरीवन इज रेडी, क्विकली लेट मी नो थ्रू लाइक इन द मेंटी प्लेटफॉर्म. वो जो आपको बॉटम राइट पे एक हार्ट का या लाइक का बटन दिख रहा होगा, जस्ट प्रेस इट मल्टीपल टाइम सो दैट आई नो दैट यू आर रेडी. बैठ जाओ उसके ऊपर. Okay, 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 okay. Everyone is ready. We'll start in 3 seconds. In three, two, one, we'll start. I hope everyone has joined the quiz. Chalo. ठीक है. So instructions are the same as every time. Please answer all the questions. There's no negative marking. And please answer them as quick as possible because you get more points for answering it quickly. ठीक है? चलो. Let's start the quiz. Let's see how many of you are ready to play the quiz for July. 33 players are ready. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है when there are 40 players on the 40 people on the stream? Okay, some people need time. I need at least 37, 38 players to join. 35 have joined. We'll start in just 10 seconds. 10 seconds में we'll start. तब तक quickly log in, change your name to your original name. Make sure your internet connection is stable. Make sure you are ready with your mobile or a separate tab, whichever way you are participating. Pradnesh is saying he's Colin Jost, a comedian. Okay, I did not know that. Something new for me to learn. I like that. Is he good? Like, is he worth checking out? Is his comedy good? Do let me know. Anyway, now is the time for the quiz. We'll start now. Rest of the people can join in midway. So, chalo. First question coming up on your screen in three, two, one. Let's look at what the first question is. It would be coming up on your screen now. After implementation of new criminal laws, Home Ministry is testing Dash, a mobile app for police to record and upload crime scene evidence. You need to tell me the name of the app, which is being developed by the Home Ministry. Okay, most of you got this right. E-Saksha is the name of the app. E-Praman is an app which is being developed by Delhi Police, so that is also initiative. But Home Ministry on a central level is executing E-Saksha. This would be a mobile app where police would be required to record and upload crime scene evidence. Okay, good job. Most of you got this right. I like that. Easy question. Let's see who got a head start with this. Okay, Beyonce. Who's Beyonce? Tell me in the chat box, in the YT chat box, please, so that I can know your real name. Beyonce was the fastest. Then we have Kashvi, Rajnandini, Tanvi, Sharve, Devika, Riddhi, Simar. Cute. Okay. Pretty self obsessed. And Pushkar. Okay. Wordplay on your own name. I like it. ठीक है, चलो, let's go to the second question of the day. 35 players, 36 players ready to play. The second question coming up on your screen in three, two, one. In July, Sera and Blue Origin have partnered with India for their human space flight program called Dash Mission. New space, new tiger, new orbiter, new shepherd. Okay, most of you got deceived by this question. I like it. So this was a moderate level question. You need to have a good grip over your current affairs to answer this question. So न्यू शेपर्ड इज द नेम ऑफ द मिशन. दिस वुड बी अ ह्यूमन स्पेस फ्लाइट मिशन जो हमारा इसरो, सेरा एंड ब्लू ओरिजिन साथ में कर रहे हैं. इसमें 6 स्लॉट्स आर proposed to be given to Indians, and there would be total 11 slots. तो 11 लोग जाएंगे स्पेस में एंड स्पेस को टच करके आ जाएंगे. ठीक है, आउटर स्पेस में नहीं जा रहे. दिस इज जस्ट द बाउंड्री ऑफ स्पेस. ठीक है, तो न्यू शेपर्ड इज द आंसर. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Let's see who got this right. Beyonce got this right. Devika got this right. Riddhi, Adrija, Achyut, Agam. So new people on the top 6. I like it. Beyonce, Devika was the fastest. Then Riddhi on third. Achyut, Adrija, Agam. Kashvi, Rajnandini, Tanvi, and Sharve dropped from their position. So it was a moderate level question. I give you that. You can catch up. There are few more easy questions left. Okay, 32, 33. Where are other players? 34 players ready. Ciao, let's start. The next question coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. The Assam Forest Department and conservationists have documented first photographic evidence of vulnerable mainland Siro in Dash National Park. असम देखा और काजीरंगा मार्क कर दिया है ना. सारा कुछ असम में काजीरंगा में ही है. राइनो भी काजीरंगा में है, सीरो भी काजीरंगा में. नो, दैट्स नॉट हाउ इट वर्क्स. Raymond National Park, ne photographic evidence has been found of the vulnerable mainland Siro. So Siro is like a antelope type of an animal, which is vulnerable as per the IUCN list, and it has been spotted in this Raymond National Park. So it's near those regions of your India-Bhutan border. That is where this animal, this species, is found. Okay, so moderate level question again, I would say. Not very easy. Okay, I think leaderboard is changing again. Beyonce, Riddhi, Devika, Achyut, Pradnesh has climbed up a few spots. Adrija, Simar, Agam, Gargi, Parv. Okay, new people on the bottom half of the leaderboard as well. Say yeah, but yeah, good going. Question number 4, 35 players ready. Question coming up on your screen now. Recently, RBI has joined Project Dash, a multilateral international initiative to enable instant cross border retail payments by interlinking FPS. Okay, this was an easy one. Project Nexus is the project which has been joined by RBI, and 3-4 कंट्रीज हैं, साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज ही हैं जिनके साथ हम क्रॉस बॉर्डर रिटेल पेमेंट स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं. मोस्टली आसियान कंट्रीज हैं, एंड द नेम इज नेक्सस. ओके, let's look at the leaderboard. This should have given points to a lot of people. Yes, Riddhi was the fastest here. Beyonce still has lead. Then we have Devika, Pradnesh, Simar, Gargi, Parv, Kashvi, Tanvi, and Michael Scott has come up in the leaderboard office. Okay, good going. Chalo. Question number 5 out of 15, 35 players ready. Let the question come up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. India recently won the T20 World Cup. Highest wickets in the tournament were taken by whom? Got you all again. So it was not Jasprit Bumrah, it was Ashdeep Singh who had 17 wickets. There was another bowler from another country who had 17 wickets, joint highest. So 17 wickets was the highest, which were taken by Ashdeep Singh. Bumrah, I think, had 15 or 16 wickets, but he was the player of the tournament because he had a good impact. He took crucial wickets at crucial spot times in the games. So he was the player of the tournament in the T20 World Cup, but not the highest wicket taker in the tournament. 19 people got this right, only 8 people got this correct. And Virat Kohli was the highest run getter. ठीक है? So ध्यान रहेगा अब ये. Okay, our three toppers got this wrong. Pradnesh, Gargi, and Sharve got this correct. Sharve was the fastest. Leaderboard pe Beyonce, Riddhi, Pradnesh, Gargi, Sharve, Cute, Devika, Simar, Parv, and Kashvi. Okay. Question number 6. 35, 34 players ready to play. Let the question come up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. Recently, developments concerning the 16th Finance Commission in India were in news. आर्टिकल बता दो फाइनेंस कमीशन का जल्दी से. ये इजी है. ये तो सही होना चाहिए एटलीस्ट 25 लोगों का. इजी पीजी क्वेश्चन है, ये हमने डिस्कस किया है. Yes, Fazal Farooqi. Thank you for reminding me the name. Fazal Farooqi had the same wickets as Arshdeep Singh. ओके, जस्ट 11 पीपल गॉट दिस राइट. ऐसे कैसे चलेगा मित्रों? स्टैटिक पे थोड़ा काम करना पड़ेगा, स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू स्टैटिक विच इज रिलेटेड टू पॉलिटी एंड इट इज लिंक टू द न्यूज. अभी फाइनेंस कमीशन अगर बना है तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि उसका आर्टिकल इज आर्टिकल 280. ओके, new variations on the leaderboard. Beyonce, Riddhi, Gargi, Pradnesh, Tanvi was the fastest. Parv, Sharve, Cute, Devika, and Michael Scott. Okay, let's move to question number 7. We are almost halfway into our quiz. 33 players ready to play, and let's go. Let's look at question number 7 coming up on your screen. Pride Month, celebrated every June, is a time of reflection, celebration, and advocacy for LGBTQ to commemorate the Stonewall Uprising of which year? तो आपको मुझे बताना है ये स्टोनवॉल अपराइजिंग सबसे पहले कब हुई थी? सबसे पहले क्या एक ही बार हुई थी? कब हुई थी? Okay, 11 people got this right. This was, I would say, again a moderate level question, needed an in-depth understanding. सो LGBTQ क्योंकि काफ़ी न्यूज़ में था इस ईयर, सो मैंने क्वेश्चन पिकअप कर लिया. प्राइड मंथ होता है जून में, इसकी न्यूज़ आई थी जुलाई में, तो इसलिए जुलाई के फर्स्ट हाफ के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट था. सो स्टोन वॉल अपराइजिंग के बारे में थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ मैं आपको. स्टोन वॉल अपराइजिंग हैपेंड इन 1969 इन विच प्लेस इन न्यूयॉर्क इन यूएसए. एंड क्या था ये पूरा मैटर ये था कि स्टोन वॉल इन करके एक जगह हुआ करती थी, INN, स्टोन वॉल इन, where these people who were advocates of LGBTQ rights used to gather and talk and discuss about the measures which they would take. And one day, the New York police raided this particular Stonewall Inn on charges of serving liquor without having a proper permit or license. तो इस वजह से रायट्स ब्रेकआउट हो गए इन न्यूयॉर्क सिटी, एंड दैट इवेंट वाज कॉल्ड द स्टोनवॉल अपराइजिंग, क्योंकि ये पहली बार people stood up for their rights, LGBTQ community stood up for their rights, and it was a historical moment in the, let's say, timeline of LGBTQ developments. So उसके बाद से in the year 1999 the US president Bill Clinton recognized this particular event, and he said that ठीक है, अब से हम हर जून को प्राइड मंथ बोलेंगे. So Bill Clinton, 1999, started this initiative of celebrating it in every June, but it is to commemorate the Stonewall Uprising of 1969. So that is the background behind this particular question. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the leaderboard. Beyonce, Gargi, and Tanvi did not know this, and Riddhi has claimed the top spot. Beyonce still on second. Then we have Gargi, Pradnesh, Sharve was the fastest. Parv, Devika, Simar, Achyut, and Tanvi. All right, let's move to question number 8. 31 players ready to play with me. Okay, दो तीन लोग चले गए, कोई बात नहीं, जाने वालों को कौन रुक सकता है. This is the next question. This is relatively easy. Best Agriculture State Award किस स्टेट को मिला? Okay. Everyone has voted. 20 people got this right. Maharashtra got the best agricultural state award this year. Not Punjab, not Haryana. Okay, everyone on the leaderboard got this right. That's nice. Tanvi got it सबसे पहले as the fastest. All right, good going. I am loving this enthusiasm. 32 players ready to play question number 9 coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. Union Minister Dash has recently launched the Nirman portal to help the candidates of National Civil Services mains exam. You need to tell me the name of the minister. किसने लॉन्च किया निर्माण पोर्टल? Okay, many of you knew this. Half of you knew this, half of you did not know. G. Kishan Reddy, who is our Union Minister for Coals and Mining, launched this Nirman portal to help candidates of civil service examination, mains examination to be specific. एंड अभी जो हम यूपीएस पढ़ रहे थे ना, यूनिफाइड पेंशन स्कीम, उसमें जो इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में आज का आर्टिकल आया वो इन्होंने ही लिखा है, जी किशन रेड्डी ने. सो या देयर इज अ लिंक. ओके, लेट्स लुक एट द लीडर बोर्ड. Sharve got this wrong. Most of others got this right. Sanvi has come up on the leaderboard. Riddhi was the fastest. Rest is pretty much the same. Let's move to question number 10 out of 15. We have 32 players ready to play. Let's go to question number 10. We are two-thirds into the quiz now. Dr. S. Jaishankar led the Indian delegation at SCO summit in which place? He's okay. आगे का incomplete है, but this is a complete question. आगे आना था. He is representing Prime Minister Modi in this summit. गायब हो गया वो. But anyway, the question is still complete. Okay, so this Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit happened in Astana this year in Kazakhstan. It's the capital of Kazakhstan, not New Delhi, not Beijing. It is Astana. हमने ये हिंदू नारेशन में भी डिस्कस किया था कि भाई देखो, हम रशियन प्रेसिडेंट से मिलने गए, बट शंघाई कॉपरेशन में हमने डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर को भेजा, मोदी जी खुद से नहीं गए. वी आर ट्राइंग टू सेंड अ सॉफ्ट मैसेज, सटल डिप्लोमेसी. फिर भी भूल गए आप लोग यार, ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? आई एम हार्ट ब्रोकन. Astana, Kazakhstan is the right answer. Okay, variations in the leaderboard. Riddhi, Pradnesh, Beyonce, Parv, Devika was the fastest. Nice. Gargi, Simar, Divyansh has come up again. Tanvi and Sharve. Okay, good going. Question number 11, 32 players ready to play. Let's look at the question. Question number 11 on your screen now. Who released the SDG India Index 2023-24 on July 12th? Now, this is an easy question. Most of you got this right. Pretty easy question. Niti Aayog released this Sustainable Development Goals Index. Okay, Beyonce got this wrong. Right? Tanvi was the fastest. Let's go to question number 12. 32 players ready to play. Let's look at question number 12 coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. After elections, MPs take oath before joining. Dash of the Constitution provides the exact wording for the oath or affirmation that MPs must take. Okay, Menti is back with its technical glitches. Something went wrong. If the problem persists, please try reloading your browser. Ah, damn it. We'll try again. Okay, yeah, it's here. Okay, 12 people got this correct. It's the third schedule. The third schedule of the Indian Constitution provides the exact wording of the oath or affirmation. अगर आप आर्टिकल की बात करो तो which article says that every MP has to take an oath before joining office? It is Article 99 of the Indian Constitution. ठीक है? तो अगर आर्टिकल पूछा जाए कि किस आर्टिकल में ओथ का प्रोविजन है कि ओथ लेनी होती है, दैट इज आर्टिकल 99, एंड किस जगह एग्जैक्ट लाइंस लिखी हैं, दैट इज थर्ड शेड्यूल। ओके, याद रहेगा ये। जनरल इलेक्शंस है तो उससे अराउंड जितने भी क्वेश्चंस बन सकते हैं, आई वांट यू ऑल टू नो एवरी एंसिलरी इंफॉर्मेशन अराउंड जनरल इलेक्शंस। ठीक है। अच्छा, ओथ और एफर्मेशन मैंने लिखा है, दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? व्हाई टू वर्ड्स, व्हाई नॉट जस्ट ओथ और एफर्मेशन? द डिफरेंस इज ओथ इज यूजुअली टेकन ऑन रिलीजियस टेक्स्ट बुक्स। तो जो एमपीज होते हैं वो अपने अपने रिलीजन्स, मैं गीता की कसम खाता हूँ या मैं कुरान की कसम खाता हूँ या जो भी आपका रिलीजियस वो है इंक्लिनेशन। एंड एफर्मेशन इज इफ यू आर नॉन रिलीजियस and you just want to affirm that you would stay true to your beliefs and all of that, you just make a promise, so that is your affirmation। ठीक है। तो ये कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग इंफॉर्मेशन इधर उधर की जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए, बुक्स में नहीं मिलती है आसानी से, ये थोड़ा सा कीड़ा होना चाहिए ये पता होने के लिए। ठीक है। रिद्धि, प्रज्ञेश, देविका, पर्व, बियॉन्से, गार्गी, दिव्यांश, माइकल स्कॉट वाज द फास्टेस्ट, ओके, एंड सिमरन तन्वी। ऑलराइट, let's move to question number 13, 31 players ready to play। Okay, question coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1, go। Russian Federation's highest civilian award, Order of St. Andrew, was recently awarded to PM Modi. Awarded, nahi, awarded. Order was established in which year? अब देखो, ये तो नहीं पूछूंगा मैं कि ये सेंट एंड्रयू अवार्ड किसको मिला, वो तो सबको पता है, मोदी जी को मिला। बट क्या आपको पता है ये हुआ था एस्टैब्लिश ईयर 1698 में? ये पता था सिर्फ 15 लोगों को आउट ऑफ 31, 32। हाफ ऑफ यू न्यू दिस। ओके। Michael Scott was the fastest and a few variations on the leaderboard, but more or less the same people. Baki log, buckle up. You can still come up. 31 players ready. Let's go to question number 14. Ace Indian queuist Pankaj Advani lost to compatriot Dash in the final of 2024 Asian Billiards Championship। किससे हारे पंकज अडवाणी एशियन बिलियर्ड्स चैंपियनशिप में? क्यूबिस्ट इज व्हाट यू कॉल अ बिलियर्ड्स प्लेयर और अ स्नूकर प्लेयर, बिकॉज उसमें वो व्हाइट कलर की क्यू बॉल होती है, अगर आप लोगों ने खेला हो तो। ओके, ध्रुव सितवाला इज द करेक्ट आंसर, एब्सोल्युटली। अभिमन्यु सिंह तो मैंने खुद से बनाया था भाई नाम, ये तो कोई है भी नहीं जो इंडिया से बिलियर्ड्स खेलता हो। कमल चावला एंड सौरव कोठारिया स्टिल इंडियन बिलियर्ड्स प्लेयर्स। अभिमन्यु सिंह इज मेड अप नेम बाय मी, बट आई एम ग्लैड 11 पीपल गॉट दिस रॉन्ग। क्लैट में गलत नहीं होगा अब ये। ठीक है, ध्रुव सितवाला इज एन इंडियन बिलियर्ड्स प्लेयर, गुड प्लेयर। ही डिफीटेड योर पंकज अडवाणी। ठीक है, चलो, मैजिकल राइनो वाज द फास्टेस्ट। लेट्स लुक एट द लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे। 30 players ready to play, let's look at it। In July, Collegium recommended appointments of new Chief Justice of 7 High Courts. Which article talks of High Court Justice, Chief Justice appointment? 7 हाई कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस एक साथ अपॉइंट हुए हैं, तो न्यूज तो बनती है, और फिर आर्टिकल भी पता होना चाहिए कौन सा है। सिर्फ 9 लोगों को पता था, सबने तुक्का मारा है, हो सकता है 9 में से भी 4-5 ने तुक्का मारा हो। इट्स आर्टिकल 217, ठीक है, ध्यान रखना, बिकॉज 7 चीफ जस्टिस हैव बीन अपॉइंटेड एक साथ, सो इट्स important that you know the article। Okay, that brings us to the end of today's quiz। As I said, it was a easy to moderate quiz, not all easy peasy questions today, but I hope it was a good learning। अरे वाह, क्या बात है, Pradnesh won the quiz today। Good job, man। I am happy to see a new winner to the quiz, and Riddhi is a very close second। Then we have Devika, Michael Scott, Parv, Divyansh, Simar, uh, Tanvi, Gargi, and Sharve। Good job, all of you. And all of you are not on the leaderboard. Equally good job to all of you, because I was looking at the questions जिसमें leaderboard का सबका गलत हो रहा था, but I would still see 10 correct responses। So I'm assuming वो आप लोग थे जिनको वो questions आते थे जो इन leaderboard वालों को नहीं आते थे। So you also receive commending applause। Good job यार, मजा आया। So everyone can please congratulate Pragnesh in the chat box. Good performance. Defeated 4, 5, 6 times champion Riddhi. So big feat. Netritva is saying not superstitious but a little stitious. Okay. Riddhi will be back with a vengeance. So Riddhi, how does it feel to dominate the leaderboard for like 12, 13 questions and then lose out in the last? What's the feeling to feel like Neeraj Chopra right now? Okay. कैसा था? Quiz कैसा था, मित्रों? How was the quiz? What's the feedback on the quiz? Did you guys enjoy the quiz? K-pop is saying maintained my 14th position. Good for you. I'm glad that all of you at least got to learn something new, some new questions for you. How was the quiz, guys? Good quiz? Enjoyed it? Had fun? Appeared on the leaderboard? Enjoyed. Beyonce's downfall was wild. Yeah. Beyonce dominated for many questions. But yes, it's okay. Singers have their downfall. Good quiz, misclicked so much, otherwise would be on the leaderboard. So you have to be attentive. You have to be cautious. Enjoyed the quiz? Second mentee got to the leaderboard. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Good job, Gargi. All right, chalo, theek hai. That's all for today's session. I hope you all liked the quiz. If you did, please like this particular session. Please drop in comments of your feedback and please tell me next Menti quiz किस पे करा जाए. Next Menti quiz का topic. Let's quickly decide that before we end the class today. जल्दी से मुझे tell me some possible topics on which you want to have the Menti quiz on Friday. Friday करते हैं. Yes, so Beyonce, if you could please reveal your real name. Who was Beyonce? People want to know. Nation wants to know. ओके पॉलिटिक्स पे नहीं करेंगे. पॉलिटिक्स से ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछता है क्लैट. नो नॉट पॉलिटिक्स, सॉरी. Politics is not very relevant for competitive exam perspective. Beyonce is in trauma. कोई बात नहीं. Beyonce performed really well. I am happy with the performance. हार जीत तो लगी रहती है. और बताओ, any other suggestions with regards to the quiz? You have just 1 minute and then I'll end the stream. पद्मा अवार्ड्स आज सलिक सर करवा रहे हैं. So Padma Awards, Bharat Ratna, all of that is being done by Salik sir today at 6 p.m. Make sure you join the class. Biosphere reserves is a very niche topic, Ridhi. I don't think I can form 15 questions on biosphere reserves. I mean, I can, but they won't be relevant. Hmm. Let me think of some topic. History static again. Max one question you will get out of it. Not efficient. Space and defense initiatives, yes, that is interesting. That's something we can do. Space and defense initiatives. That's interesting. Last 2 weeks, that is also a good option. August करोगे? August का first half of August quiz, or let's say 25 days of August. People who are in for 25 days of August, और तब तक तो 28 days हो जाएंगे, almost entire August. Give me a yes if you want to do a quiz based on August current affairs. आप लोगों ने अभी रिसेंटली पढ़े भी होंगे तो रिवीजन भी हो जाएगा. अच्युत इज सेइंग F1. यार सबको F1 देखने का शौक नहीं होता. आई अप्रिशिएट योर एंथुजियाज्म फॉर F1 बट नॉट एवरीवन हियर इज एन F1 फैन. ऐसे तो फिर स्पोर्ट्स ही करते रह जाएंगे हम. कोई क्रिकेट बोलेगा, कोई फुटबॉल, कोई F1, कोई चेस. चलो ठीक है, देन इट्स डन. वी आर डूइंग अगस्त. ठीक है, वी आर डूइंग अगस्त टिल डेट. सो 1st August till 28th 29th of August is set. We are doing this on Friday. Okay, chalo, it's sorted then. Start preparing your August current affairs, start revising them, use your months, go back to your analysis sessions, and prepare really well. I will just level up the quiz to a certain more extent. आज का quiz जिस level का था, I would, if आज का quiz was level 6, then expect a level 7 quiz on Friday. ठीक है, थोड़ा धीरे धीरे level up करेंगे. Now we are getting closer to CLAT. I won't be giving you halwa laddu questions now. You all can answer those very easily. So be prepared for a moderate quiz, less easy questions. Okay, chalo. Next Menti is on Friday. I'll see you all tomorrow in another Hindu analysis. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Keep learning, keep preparing. Signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all of that. ऐड के बाद एक हलवा क्विज फॉर फन. ठीक है, डन है. डील. चलो, ending the stream. Bye bye, guys.